our question was, to which extent are these countries really changing the rules of the game, or are they following what is out there?
We look at the origins of many of these institutions, and we see that they're initially primarily made by the U.S. and the Europeans in the post-World War II period, and for the most part, the rest of the world have been rule takers or somewhat rule abiders if they participate at all.
In some fields, actually, China is the one that is the least aggressive in terms of rulemaking. You know? They might be obviously tailoring, and as we said, in areas like competition policy and so on, where there's flexibility, they might be trying to experiment with different things. But in areas like intellectual property rights, despite there's infringement, when one looks at the legislation of China, is actually as strong as it could be. It's pretty much in line with what the big regulators, the EU and the US, would want to.
I talked about the ambivalence of rising powers, that they want, beyond just the material gains, they're interested in respect, they're interested in participation, they want a seat at the table, and they want not just a grudging acceptance, they want to be accepted as a real member, as an equal player in parties.
The main finding is we need to look at two things. One, domestic international interactions, and two, really deep the domestic dynamics within these emerging countries.
It's very difficult to make rules, in a sense, when there's already an existing set of rules. So maybe going from rule taking to rule making, it's actually rule adapting. We should think about the strategies where the existing rules were made by someone else. You don't take them, you don't accept them on face value. Now you participate in a process that results in an adaptation of those rules, so that in fact what we may be seeing is something in between these two. It's not just a matter of taking them, but now trying to adapt them with different interests and with different purposes.